be the screen that comes up. It's applied on there now. You, as it says here, if you are aged 16 and over, you are classed as an adult, and that is the price there, including VAT. Make sure you read all of the instructions so you know exactly what you're doing. So here, section 1 is current name, and it is to include every name you've got, not just the names you want to change. This is what I mean by reading it carefully, because you can miss it if you just glide over. Oops. Okay, so then you go into section 2, your new chosen name. Okay, so in this section it does say, please enter your chosen new name in full, including first, middle and surnames, not just the names you want to change. So for anyone who might not understand that fully, for instance, I'm changing my first name and my middle name, but I still have to use my surname in this as well. I've gone too far up. There it is. I'm sorry, I'm doing this on my phone, guys, so it's quite difficult. Now, see, this is the thing. You need to make sure that you are fully prepared. There's several different ways that you can spell certain names. Malia is one of them. Now, reading that, you're probably thinking, oh, that says Malia, just like the place in Crete. No, it doesn't. It's pronounced Malia, which is why I'm like, do I put an extra L in there or not? Just to save confusion. But then again, everyone's going to read it differently, so I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't know why it keeps coming up with my old address. It's slightly annoying. Okay, so in this section, your date of birth, nationality, and then obviously home address. Obviously I will skim over the home address because that is information I'm not going to share with you guys. I will share my birthday though, as I share birthdays with our lovely Queen. Okay, I'm going to skip, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to skip sections 4, 5 and go straight to 6, only because those are personal, with my address and things like that, my contact details. So when you fill all those in, go to the legal copies section. Now, this section is for you to work out how many copies of this legal document you're going to need, because you are going to have to legally notify people, and they are going to want originals, not copies, not photocopies. So once you've changed your name, obviously at that point you are going to have to inform your bank, any credit cards or loan providers, any mortgages, letting agents. So if you rent your property, tell your landlord, obviously your passport, the DVLA for any car, and your driving licence. All of those basically. So make sure you do order enough copies to be able to send them out, because if you do send a photocopy version out, they will return it and will not accept it. So here you get the drop down menu of how many copies that you will need. I've worked it out that I'm going to need really only 2 copies, but I'm going to get 4 just to be on the safe side. And obviously it's £15 plus the money for the extra copies. See, obviously they're saying most popular is £21 for an extra 6 copies. So you can get up to 12 copies if you choose to do that. I am going for 4. And then once you do that, we have section 7. So let's give this a read. We recommend that you select our digital archive. I can't say that properly. Digital archive. There we go. Just in case you need to order further legal copies of your Deedpol at a later date. It's say if you were to lose your documentation. If you select this option, you will permanently store your Deedpol in our encrypted secure archive, so that you can easily order copies of your Deedpol via our client support system without having to reapply. Do not opt for our digital archive service. If you do not opt in for it, then you will not be able to request further legal copies of your Deedpol. See, and it's only a £2.50 extra, so I mean, I'm going to do it. Just then it's safe, it's covered, I don't have to reapply, and it doesn't cost me even more money in the long run if I potentially need to get more copies, which I don't think I will, but I would rather. It's only £2.50. And then section 9 will be payment method. Choose your preferred payment, whether it be debit card, credit card, cheque or postal order, or PayPal. And then section 7 is entering your details. It gives you the total cost at the end. That's it, also including VAT and your first class postage. My total for today is £31.50, which is, to be fair, is actually relatively cheap considering. And then you would click Submit Secure Application.